Hi guys, good morning to you. We've had a beautiful session on the US in the last night session, and the much needed reversal seems to be just beginning to take shape. And this is a good time for us to analyze what's going to happen in our local markets in India. And with that intention, I wanted to communicate to you guys with a video. So what I have on my chart here are two. I use the volume profile as my basic tool to assess the market, where it is, break it up into sections, and see how we will move from area to area. So if you want to know more about volume profile, I have a detailed course on the subject, and I'll send the link in the description, and one can take the course and get a very good idea of what the volume profile is, how it can be used to look at the market structure and find the points of interest where we could, where the market will take rest. Basically, it gives us a fair idea of where the important levels in the market are, and these are the levels from where the market will react one way or the other, and that helps us to create setups on which we can trade to find out what's happening. So here goes. So coming to the mood point of the video today, we are going to try and assess what our Nifty can do given the situation that has been created overnight in the US markets. So we were always looking strong, and to me we were holding good areas in the Nifty, but we were not going higher because the global markets were not supporting our move. So we've been flip-flopping between levels, not going higher because of the global markets, but inherently the bulls have been holding on to a position and not letting the market float lower. With yesterday's action in the US markets, I feel that we will be seeing a reversal, because we are bouncing from a very important level of support, which was a break on a make or break level, and we managed to find good support, and we have seen a very good move coming out, not especially in the market hours, but even post market we are seeing another rise of 0.5% on the ES, the futures, which augurs well for the day's trading. Well, let's get to the chart so that let's not make the video long, and explain to you how I would analyze and what is my expectation for the coming period. So currently, if you see this area, this is the area of the move from the 26th of September to yesterday. So I have tried to analyze my composite volume profile for these periods, and we have come across we see a value area that has been created. The value area is the 70% of all trades that were posted in the area during that period, and we find that yesterday we stopped trade at the bottom of that value area. This was the exact point that I predicted on the 25th of September was my target when the markets were gap down, and I expected that this target to come, and it came on the 28th. So in 2 days I got a target for 360 points, 16,900. Now if you see that this was an interesting point, and I expected the market to come here, but it did react down, and it went right up and back again at the same level. So we've been seesawing in this area for the last week. Now what is going to happen today is that we are definitely going to see a breakup. The tendency of the price is to travel from the bottom of the value area, which is the value area low, to the value area high. As you've seen, this has happened in this structure. It has happened once, it's happened twice, and it's happened thrice. So we have traversed the entire length of the value area 3 times in the last 7 days, and we are definitely going to do that today too. We might open gap up with 150 to 200 points. That should take us very close to the value area high. So that will cause the 4th traverse of the value area, which was expected in any case, and that is what we're going to see today. Now once if the move sustains, and if we move out of this value area, then there are 2 things that can happen. This is a zone where there was no value created, and this was a transition zone between this value area and this value area. So what happened was that the market was in this value area, and then it fell and it created some value here. Now the thesis is that prices travel from one value area to the other value area, and there are two ways around it. One, either skip the entire area and come and create a value area lower, or it will then, after moving out from the second value area where it has created some price action, if it'll either move down or it'll move up back into another area. So there are two options that we see when prices travel. Either they will create some kind of consolidation in this area where there were no trades that happened in the last fall, or it'll just skip this area, create a sharp move, and then try to establish some value again in this value area where it had a lot of trade happening and buyers and sellers showed interest. Basically what happened was, in this period from this 17,500 to 17,140, there were no trades that happened in this area. So this is a void area in which buyers and sellers didn't get a chance to spend some time. So the prices react in two ways. Either if there's a sharp move, this entire area where there were no prices, that there were no activity that happened, they will be skipped and you'll see a sharp move up from 17,141 to 17,500. That's one probability. And the other probability is that it comes into this area and that spends some time here and creates some value. These are the two options, and this is where we'll get to know about this only when we reach that point and we see price action in this area. So the first move could be higher. We could reach 17,140 and move into this area, and we could see a sharp move right up to 17,500. That's my best case scenario for the Nifty, as that would give us the best trade setups and give us a sharp pullback and into this 17,500 and then into the next value, the higher value area that we see here. Or we move in and we have some kind of a consolidation for a day or two and then we move higher. So this is the way we can assess what Nifty is going to do. And so the trigger points would be, if we see a breach of 17,139, we could see the price go up and enter a long on the retest of this area and then hope to tag 17,500. And if we see that the prices are moving in a range in this area, we should then understand that our expectations need to be lowered, and we need to trade the boundaries of the new balance that has been created. Buy at the bottom, sell at the top, or sell at the bottom and buy at the and cover back at the bottom. So these are the ways you can use volume profile to trade. Interesting day coming ahead. I hope I've given you some idea of what your trade plan could be. You could create your individual trade plans based on the information that I've given you, and hope you have a great trading day. Thank you.